everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Disco Elysium. Yes, here we are on the balcony of the Worlding in Rags, having done another full day's work, and we are trying to trigger another one of those briefings with Kitsuragi. We enjoyed the first one. He lit up a cigarette, we lit up a cigarette. It was great. Bit of bonding time. So I'm hoping we can. I don't think we can, but we're going to see.
Yes?
Nope. No debriefs today. That's a shame. They should have made that a regular feature. Or maybe it is and I'm just not doing it right. But it would have been, yeah, it would be nice just to have that regular kind of briefing on the balcony, bit of bonding time, chew the fat over the details of the case, next steps, all that kind of stuff. Would be fun, would be nice. But hey ho. Oh look, it's our former room, hasn't been fixed. And we shall never return to it. Anyway, we're going to tuck Kitsuragi up in his bed because we are done for the day. We have got some things to do, like radio the police station, radio the library, to try to find out about this dead man who's fallen with one leg through the boardwalk and hit his head against the bench. But we'll get to that tomorrow, because now we have truly earned a rest. So Kitsuragi?
Yes?
It's time for you to go night-night. Okay, I think he might only go to bed if I enter my shack, which is fine. If you want to traipse all the way to my shack, Kitsuragi, just to come all the way back, I'll leave that with you, kidder. I was willing to tuck you into bed, but no, fine. You don't want that service? Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Right then, so join me when we get to my shack, because then the fun and games will really start. Okay, so here we are once again back at the old shack. Snowstorm in full effect. Kitsuragi, good night. I'm off to beddy byes. Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning. Of course we shall. Yes, we will. The question will be, though, my friends, just exactly what state will we be in when we enter said, when we exit rather said shack in the morning. That is the true question. Righty-ho, it's 23:55 and it's been a hard day in the office. I think it's time for a bit of light entertainment. Now we do have a quest, a task to do something. Yeah. Speed. Saint Baptiste Preptide. Okay. So, drugs in one hand, potent Pilsner in the other. Costo is ready for party time. Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect. Yeah. Yeah. This is going to be bad for my health, isn't it? It's not ideal, no, but you need the zeal. Let's face it, you're never going to finish this case without cheating. I mean, we've managed so far. But we've always given in to our electrochemistry, haven't we? And he's kind of going off the rails, you get that sense, don't you? So, here, right now, just to confirm. See, that's your problem. Lack of confidence. Speed can help you with that. It can help you with everything. Okay. This feels so wrong, but let's do it. Let's do it. My body is ready. Let's do it. Damaged morale. That's the only thing that's damaged. It's not the worst case scenario. You raise the Preptide bottle, press one nostril closed and inhale furiously with the other. The rush is almost immediate. It tastes bitter and caustic and stings a bit inside your nose. Oh, mamma mia! Now the taste is slowly receding into your throat. The rush is growing in intensity and your little heart pounding like a bird in a cage. A sweat breaks out across your brow. Your jaw clenches. You could work with this high. Like, literally work. Solve the case. File some papers. Maybe clean up your hostel room. Then solve another case. Then start a side investigation into the paranatural. Then build a radio computer. Whoa! This shit is strong. This shit is disco. Okay, let's boogie! Spring, spring. Everything is clear around you. You're ready to concentrate on the next task in the task chain. We're not here to investigate. We're not using this as an investigation aid. We are using this as a fun aid. Let's go meet those drunks and let's get boogieing. Okay. +1 to motorics. Perception, reaction speed, hand-eye, savoir-faire, interfacing and composure. Yeah. Good before a white check. And given that we've just popped it, we've got a skill point right on popping it, it seems only fitting that that skill point should go into the dastardly electrochemistry. Oh yes. Leads us astray, does our electrochemistry. And to wash down the drugs, bit of beer. Oh, hell yeah. And just to finish off the cocktail, some of that stuff as well, just in case we come a cropper, we don't end up dead. So now we've popped pills, we've sniffed drugs, we've drunk alcohol. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Well, we know what the worst that could possibly happen is after a little cocktail like that, but we won't think about that for now because we are going out on the town with none other than our boombox. Party Central. Let's wake up the neighbours. They need to see this. Oh yeah, nice little samba beat. Come on, come on. Don't mind me, old washerwoman. Don't. Oh, she's actually still awake, sitting in the snow. Yep. I'm coming to bring the party to you guys. You're looking a bit down in the dumps. Look who has returned. It's me. Tequila Sunset. Sunrise? Something or other? What's my name, mate? What's my name? Tell me. I'm ready.
Tequila Sunset.
That's the one. Yeah, just remind me, what is Tequila Sunset? It's you. You're Tequila Sunset. Oh, I know I am. How do you know this? We've met before, don't you remember? No, I can't. Just enlighten me. Enlighten me. I'll remember this meeting, though. I'll remember for future. Aha. He takes a sip from his beer. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be? Of course I do. Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there. No, crack on. Go ahead. I'm full of confidence. It's the drugs, you see. Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords, then. Takes a big sip and begins. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. Correct? And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you, the man, the myth. Okay. Was I alone? Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. Takes another sip, then continues. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the booze. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. It's a pretty high concept, if you ask me. Oh yeah, that's totally your style. Come on, like you've never threatened to paint the wall with your brains in front of some strangers before. Come on. Hey man, I'm not judging. He waves the bottle toward you. This life's a valley of woes. Some of the highest concept people in history have killed themselves and been drunks. Either way, it was a late Saturday night when we, the union of moribund alcoholics, got our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs. Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Naturally, yeah. Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening toward the coast at top speed. Yeah. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. 3 men are standing on a wooden platform extending out from the shore of a dilapidated fishing village, their cheeks red, spirits high, beers in hand, eyes glazed over. What we saw was a sight to behold, a beat-up police carriage containing you, right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come, to which you replied, "The time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things." It's true. Tequila sunset will break the looms of reality. Yeah, looms. Yeah, why not? And then you jammed the pedal and ploughed right off the jetty and through the ice. God. Your hands cramp on the steering levers. We ran toward the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach, crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognising a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your helping hand. And here I am to return the favour. I bring the music. We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now, and insisted that we call you that from then on. Right. Well, tequila sunset will so last Friday, my friends. Today, I'm called Raphael Ambrosius Costo. Oh yeah. Nah, that name sucks. How dare you? You're tequila sunset. Just embrace it, brother. Okay, well, we'll overlook the naming situation, you know. Potato, and all that kind of stuff. How long did we party for? Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up and left without saying anything. We're kind of sure it did happen like that because a lot of that rings true from what we've already heard in the past. So, yeah, that is a story. That is a story. Oh yeah, I did all of that. All of it. It was the greatest thing this fishing village has seen since Rosemary tried to use a crab to open his beer. Aye, that was a classic too. Oh, he's changed his tune, hasn't he? Oh, that's him. I was thinking it was him. I was going to say his actually vocabulary's expanded. Right, okay, some questions. This is a rather conversational party. Just drink, Costo, just drink and have a laugh. But I'm kind of intrigued. So we're not going to ask all of these, but there is one that really stands out. Did I mention anything specific about this person that fucked me? You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard and that we've all been fucked too. Please don't open that door. Oh, but you shouldn't tell me not to do something, Inland Empire. You shouldn't do that. No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here. There we go. Seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit. Right, okay. I thought we were going to get a bit more information about that. With just faint hints of a woman who has done something to us in the past, left us, scorned us, done something to us. And it's a very painful memory. But it will out itself eventually, and it will probably be the cause of this man's downfall from superstar, literally superstar cop, promotion waiting for us, 200 cases a year or whatever it was he was turning over, can opener, human can opener, people feared him, his relentless nature, to this, a man wearing this, carrying a boombox, high on drugs and alcohol, and pain and pills. Something major has caused this, and I'm itching to find out what it is. Right then, okay. Well, I think we need to do less talking, more boogieing, more drinking. The night is yet young. It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. Oh yeah, I like your stories. Whenever I swing by here another drunken and drug-filled stupid, I wouldn't mind you telling me something else. Maybe a bit more upbeat, though. Whoop-de-doo! So now I'm a fucking storyteller, he says, slapping his knee. Right, why not? Better than a beach bum. Yeah. Doom Spiral. Whilst we're on the concept of names, how did you become Idiot Doom Spiral? It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out? The gleam in his eyes, the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar. You need to perk me up, don't you? You're in dry, my friend. You want a sip of the old booze. His eyes light up. I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring, you see. So have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story? Yeah. Well, I ain't giving away my special brew. I helped make that. It's strong stuff. My precious. I've got some potent Pilsner. Have a glug of that. Handing it over. Not much. But it will do. He grabs the bottle from your hand and uncorks it immediately. Before he can start, one of the other bums interjects. Hey, Spiral Boy, you're going to share that? You've got a bloody store full. What are you talking about? Don't call me Abigail. Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. He turns to you. Something happened to you. Something happened to me too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know. I was a once reasonably high net worth individual, founder / junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. Where my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm. Go on. I use the profits from my agency to finance what I call a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me, so I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane. Okay. How many people do you have working for you? I mean, let's just get a scale of this situation. 22 full-time employees, all an all-star team. A potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours. How about jogging? Good for stress relief? Never tried it. It did help, yeah. With my trusty sans-serif tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin. Much like my tracksuit. He says thoughtfully, brushing dust off his shit-stained pants. Okay, well, what happened next? One day, I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets. He shakes the bottle and makes a ringing sound. He's right, it's incredibly annoying. So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see. At least that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet very quickly. Yeah, go on. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my arse. Well, just saying I would land on my feet, you know what I mean? I'm as quick as a cat, me, and I'm... No, you don't. Whatever. The point is, reality was looking rather grim. Just then, me, lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard, standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets. I realised I had also forgotten my apartment key. You've got to be shitting me. No. He turns his head towards the skies and says, I wish I were tequila. I wish I were... Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office. Yeah, please do go on. This story is very intriguing. I rang my neighbours' buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment, someone chats you up. 5 minutes later, you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best. He pauses meaningfully. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Oh, I can relate to that. Empathy, I can relate to that. Don't even go there. Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day, and since I had only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in there either. No, what an unfortunate chain of events. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years. My girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this. So now you've heard my tragic tale, what do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? He takes a long swig of his / my drink. Wait. I mean, I've had a few things, but there appears to be some steps missing. How do you go from taking the wrong key to being homeless, girlfriend leaves you, company goes bust? I just feel like you're missing some pertinent points. Somehow. Some way. Tequila. I thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now. Well, I literally cannot believe it. Cannot believe it, I can't. Me neither, tequila. When I lost my keys, I lost more than access to my apartment. I also lost my leverage over humanity. I wasn't a high-concept creative director anymore. I was just some homeless asshole with a premium Sunseek Lycra tracksuit. Which you're still wearing now. Boy, that must smell. You can't imagine what that does to a man's confidence. He turns his eyes to the bottle. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. It's almost empty, this one. Right, well, I think I'm all storied out. So it's been a pleasant evening. Boy, we've passed the time away. I'll be seeing you for now. How about you, Abigail? You doing well, mate? You doing well? Boom, 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 shake the room. Oh, call me Abigail. Yep, very good, Abigail. Well done, well done. Don't call me Abigail. Oh, yep, sorry about that, sorry. Right, he's just a stalker. He just keeps pushing his bloody merchandise on me. Not interested. It's Mr. Doom Spiral, that's the hit. He's got the same thinking as me, Mr. Doom Spiral. Hello, sorry about the noise, but I'm off to bed now. Good night. So go lying to me again. Because I know when people are lying to me, I'm a superstar cop. Right, old human night detector. Night detector? That's how drunk I am. Lie detector. Sent to the shack. Costo, go to bed. Go to... You know, I'm logic here. Get your ass into bed, otherwise things are going to go awry, okay? Listen to me. Do as I say. Right, okay, fine. Bed is comforting. Far more comforting than the broken down thing that we were sleeping on in the whirling in rags. Okay. Hopefully, no nightmares tonight. Nice, blissful, relaxing, drug-induced sleep. Yes. And relax. Breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away. In through the nose and out through the mouth.
Thoughts,
No.
maybe.
No.
A million little lights in the dark.
Bastard.
You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
No, you're not ruining my sleep tonight. No, you're not, Mr. Reptilian Brain. I am not having it.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
So yeah, in relation to the karaoke, the limbic system was the failed check, so the limbic system was singing the song. If I'd have passed the check, the ancient reptilian brain would have sung the song. Rather interestingly. Why is the reptilian brain the success and the limbic system is the failure? I don't know. But listening to the two versions, the limbic system is actually the better version. Funnily enough, and it was a bit of a car crash in itself. Right, spinning around, to quote a famous song, in eternity, because that's what I do.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance.
Oh, uh-oh.
Rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Yes, let's talk about the herb. It always seems to bring back bad memories.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the potted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it? What's going on?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
I don't want to be unmade. I'm enjoying myself. Why would I want to unmake myself?
You can never forget this shit.
The colours, the voices.
All stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards.
No.
Meaningless keepsakes.
I don't do those kind of things, surely. No, you're imagining it. No, I was not running the streets with a yellow bag collecting rubbish. No. Rifling through jeans and picking out apricot-flavoured bubblegum. No, that wasn't me. No.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you?
No.
The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
No, that's yeah, an agent of the world. Yes, I like the sound of that.
You'll go insane if you keep going One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin.
The loony bin.
I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
I'll be in the loony bin with the pigs. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine those dynamic duo? Goodness me.
Solving your little crossword puzzle. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off your lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Pillow, yeah, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up, Raphael Ambrosius Costo. It's time to wake up. This is taking a turn.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
How is this be? The bed was supposed to be comfortable. Come on. Do it for the wind. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time. Wow. Wasn't the worst of our dreams. Wipe the sleep from under our eyes. Shake the head. The come down is so much more difficult than the way up. Perhaps we need an air of the dog maybe to help us through the day. Yeah, I think we do. Or perhaps just a cigarette. I haven't had one of them for a while. A cigarette, that'll do. Last one. Light it up, spark it up, take it in, inhale it. The nicotine, that's it. That's it, Costa. Blow it out. Feel it. Bit of relief. We know that Kitsuraga's going to be waiting outside, and we know we've got another full day of work ahead of us. Are you ready? Are you sure you don't want another swig of something? He's good for now. All right. 7:30. I'm ready. I'm ready for the day. Okay, I don't know how long we've been going for because I can't see the screens, but oh, look at him taking cover, taking shelter. But what we're going to do is we're just going to go all the way back to the Whirling in Rags to use the Kanima to radio the library and the police station to officially, hello Kitsuragi, swirly ram, ram, swirly. Okay, good morning Mrs. Washerwoman. Good to see you're full of vigour this morning. Right, here we go. Let's get ourselves back to the Whirling in Rags. Yeah, so we're going to call the library about the man that we found, the dead man. See if we can get some details based on his library card. And then we are going to speak with, well, Kitsuragi said the police station. I don't know whose police station we are ringing, but is it his police station or is it going to be our police station? Because if it's going to be our police station, this will be quite the humorous conversation. The sound of explosions in the background? Maybe. Right then, we're almost here. The sound. Oh! What the hell are you doing? Next to a police vehicle. Get away, shoo!
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Says the young man with piss written on his back.
If I were a real skull right now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it neon style.
His companion wears a simply elegant slogan, fuck the world.
Snazzy shit ripped skull mobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could like hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads, scary tribal shit.
They've obviously not realised we've approached.
Yeah, tribal shit. A A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
That's it, Kitsuragi. Get him told. Get him told.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now.
Who are you exactly?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Okay.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and. On the contrary.
The part of the presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay, so there wanna be skull members. Who are the skulls exactly? You don't know? What kind of cop are you? I'm so glad you asked. The question was rhetorical, he replies, raising his open hand. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertny. Yeah. What the hell? The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases. Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger. Infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi. Non-verbal. If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word. Ah. The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual. A testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm. They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted, bottom-lighted vehicles. Oh, I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive. All right. With the jackets. What about them? Why does your jacket have piss written on it? Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterises me as a person, even though the statement has character, and I do like piss. The word piss epitomises the struggle taking place in the world, things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And I guess it's also about communal spirit, future, truly appreciating our differences. I don't expect this claptrap to come out of his yapper. Also, you've got to admit it catches the eye, and since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving toward basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message. Yes, indeed, it makes complete sense. What I meant by this is we are all piss, and the world is inherently meaningless. Of course that's what you meant. Right, and you? You know what? Forget about it. We don't want to appear any more stupid than we seem here. Throws a longing glance at the Kanema. Okay. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Murder? Yeah. You might have noticed, if you've been in the area in the past week or so, there was a man swinging from a tree in the backyard over there. Didn't you notice it? Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. He clears his throat. It was a man. That's a good start. 50%. Also, he was hanged. Yeah. I give you that piece of information already. Both of those pieces of information. So, anything else? He was hanged from a tree. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Yeah, I mean, duh. These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along. Oh, come on, Kitsuragi. I'm assuming myself. It's my morning humour. Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything? Yes, I agree. I'm not going to entertain you anymore. We have far more important things to do. Right, so, Oh, before I leave, yes, Cindy, the skull. Surely, if you guys aspire to be skull members, you'll have heard of Cindy, right? The young man's eyes glaze over as he marks in a voice filled with longing. Oh, yes, Cindy's a right proper skull, yeah. Yeah, the other guy lights up too. A true artist of the future, just like Arno van Eyck. By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards, he adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient towards them. Yeah. Right then. Well, enough about this scullery. I think we've got things to do. It's been an experience, but if you wouldn't mind running along now, we've got important matters to attend to and you're kind of in the way. Or perhaps just stay there continuing to look at the car. Right then, well, they're not really doing anything, I suppose. It's a very soft approach. I'd have assumed them on me. Right, move yourself now. You've already threatened to damage it, so if you don't move yourself now, I'll be hell to pay. No, not a problem. Okay, fine. But they're going to listen into police conversation now as well. You know, shoo, bloody move. Right, radio. This is precinct 57. The operator greets you through the static. How may I assist you? Connect me to the Jamrock Public Library, please. I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that their library is open from 10 AM to 6 PM. Of course they're closed. Right, okay. We should try again during... Oh, yeah, thank you for that pearl of wisdom, Kitsuragi. Didn't think of that. Anything else, Detective? Might as well... Report a dead body, yeah. There's a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk. Just calling it in. One moment. You hear her shuffling through some papers. Can you please describe the body, age, sex, cause of death? Yes, an identified middle-aged man, about 175 centimetres, dark hair, medium build. It looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, hit his head against the metal bench. We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him and traces of vomit on his shirt. Kebab as well. Any signs of violence? No, it seems like it was an accident. Let's just gloss over this as best we can and move on. No field autopsy necessary, she repeats. What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Yeah, he was wearing boots, trousers, an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining, and a library card I found also in one of his pockets. Any information on the library card? Central Jamrock Public Library. Yes, it belongs to somebody named Billy Mejon. Good, you have a lead. Just take the notes down, love. All right, just make the report. You don't have to start, you know, giving the advice and the. I know what I'm doing. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else? No, we're taking the case. All in a day's work, this. We'll have this solved by the close of play. Okay, I've assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting it. Is there anything else I can do for you? No. 57, over and out. Yeah. Right then. Are you sure you're safe, Kitsuragi, leaving your vehicle in the presence of two ne'er-do-wells? Well, it's up to you. If it was my car, I'd certainly be taking action here, but never mind. Right, we'll just pop inside to finish the session. I'll see if we can find the Hardy Boys. Might be a touch too early for them. Might be a bit too early. They don't roll out of bed before 10. Oh. I stand corrected. Early risers. Workaholics. Shock horror.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
There's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help. The big man laughs, nearly spitting out his beer. What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now? You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Lieutenant looks Titus in the eye. Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction. Yeah, we'll send someone out. Ooh, wait, it's the pigs, isn't it? That's the one. He pushes up his cap. God, poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she's got some family in Curran or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints. Hey! Eugene interjects. Wasn't Everett's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something. Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. Titus gives him a beer salute and turns to you. She have something of yours, pig? Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do. I've already told them. Authority. They've got a short memory, haven't you? No, she didn't have anything of mine. She was just it's flashing lights on her back and, you know, other police memorabilia. Nothing of mine. No? Well, whatever then, copper. Titus chugs his beer down and wipes his mouth. No, they totally said what it was. What was it? He's still thinking it over in the corner. Anyone remember? The tattooed man scratches his head with his knuckles. I don't remember. I was fucking drunk. Let me know if you figure it out back there, the big man says, turning to you. Now, anything else we can help you with? What's her real name? Don't know why we need this information. We've kind of written it off, but we're here now. We might as well ask the questions. He takes off his cap and scratches his head. Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante. Marianne amigo, he says, pouring himself another drink. Marianne LaPlante. The big guy nods, drinking his toast. Anything else you wanted to know? Was she? What? Like before? Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. Swirls his beer. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little bit off, but still. And how did she get like this? Got wanting to be a cop, you mean? Well, she... He furrows his brow in thought. Shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig? No fucking clue. The tattoo man shouts. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig? I mean, who wouldn't, I think is the apt question. Cool uniforms. Yeah. Fast machines. Packing heat. Sign me up. You're already signed up, Serdo. The man shakes his head. This guy's seriously damaged, T. Don't worry about it, Al. The big man smiles, pushing up his cap. The cops want to dress up and play policeman. Let them. We'll keep doing the real work. And where did she get all that cop gear from? Don't know, Titus says, shrugging. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach. Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it. Station 41. A man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these wouldn't net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit. Who'd want these? Just dump them in the river. Yeah. It's not as if we just dump things at night, you know. Well, thanks for helping, Titus. Very much. No problemo, cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys? Sure enough. Eugene raises his glass in toast. We're the real heroes on the streets. Indeed you are. Right, job done. She's now spared, saved, maybe. Anyway, we've handed it over, not a problem. Okay, so I think we'll call a close to it there. I think we've had a nice session of partying, storytelling, speaking to some weirdos, and we've just palmed off a lunatic on the Hardy Boys. All in all, not a bad day's work. So we've got to wait until 10 to speak to the library. So in the meantime, to pass the time, we're going to head all the way back to the west to speak with the people near, or the man near the tent that we saw behind the fishing village, and to also speak with what we suspect are the cryptozoologists near that large abandoned building that we couldn't get into. And after we've done that, we might get a couple more leads, and if not, at the very least, it might be 10 o'clock for us to come and just finish off this little man slipping and banging head death situation. Yeah. But anyway, what day are we on? I think it's now Thursday. I don't know if the game officially ends at a certain point or not, but I'd say we're making stellar progress in our investigation. Yeah, we definitely are. So join me in the next session when we shall do exactly what I've explained. Costello style, of course. Until then, see you soon.